I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, your check is I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second, this life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain, that's a blessing, new focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession, all in his possession, you got their attention, I'll leave an impression and take your redemption, just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon, 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me, look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy, bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me, muddy hands break through the chains, go free me, people like sheep move feet, hurt it easy, you don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming, better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me, when they try the chains you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race, life is a chase, I don't want a place, I wanna be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions in the right mind can take you so far, it's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds, they can stay soft. You can change lives, you create thoughts, never waste time. You got one shot, you got one life, better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job, no 9-5, no mean boss, just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me, muddy hands break through the chains, go free me, people like sheep move feet, hurt it easy, you don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming, better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me, when they try the chains you can say no, free me.
Hey! Hi, Cypher. You know what?
Hello.
We got a lot of names to call you today. I always just call you Cypher. Cypher Zero.
That one works.
And then
you can
are
call me anything but except for late for dinner.
No, I won't call you late for dinner. I won't ever do that. Food is important. Food is very important.
It really is.
Yeah. And some of our friends here that may have saw you over on Ranty's stream on auditing the absurd with I.
Hello everyone.
Oh, when we did that lovely trial. The hot
Wasn't
mess.
that fun?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. You have to admit, we had a lot of fun. We made a hot mess fun. Yeah. Well, it was good. But some of them may remember that you're the Bioboosted Squirrel now too.
I am. Yes, and I have been promising everyone a video. Look, I haven't made it. I'm at this point, I'm not able to. So my channel's on sort of a hiatus at the moment until I get some medical shit fixed.
So it's the pending boosted squirrel.
It is pending,
right,
yes.
I'm
slowly working on a script for it too, because when I started doing it, it actually ended up being a lot more involved than what I knew. So I am doing research on it in the meantime. But it's all about how big companies blame fans for stuff like that. And it is coming, but it took a little bit longer than I thought it would.
Yeah,
I'm doing some research and talking to people and getting some information.
And I know you've been branding the new images and also working really good on video, which I stink at. That's why I do live all the time, because I'm not a videographer at all. But I know you guys are working really hard on that, so I look forward to it, and I'm sure it'll be worth the wait. But in the meantime,
it will be a good rant when it happens, actually.
Well, my audience loves your sexy accent, which I'll be honest, it's one of the main reasons I invited you back, because they wanted to hear more. They want to hear more. No
problem. That's fine. That's fine. If people want to hear me babble, they can do that.
Because, right? If they want to hear us babble on, we shall babble. Let's move. Because we used to be. Remember when Ranty would leave us and we would have to just talk about anything? Yep. We could talk about anything, which was always good, and always with good humor. And I think that makes me think of you when I want to do something like this. So thank you very much.
I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be fun.
Yes, let me tell the people in the chat and those of you on YouTube that'll be watching that we're going to be doing this a little bit different than usual. I'm not going to pull up pre-selected AITAs. We're going to actually go to the thread and let you guys have a little bit of voice on which ones. We're going to look at a couple of titles. Let me pull one up right now. I'm going to pull up. We have 2 different threads to go to too. Also,
Ooh,
nice. We have
choices are always good.
Yeah, we have unfiltered AITA and then the regular one. Which one you want to go to first, Cypher?
Ooh, let's leave the best for last and go the filtered ones. The unfiltered will be funnier.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the regular Am I the Asshole?
Yep.
Let's see how it's like. Let's see if we do better there. No, we look better over there. I'm trying to see where we look better. It's like where they're gonna want us. Okay, so this one, I'm gonna read a couple of titles. So pay attention in the chat. I'm gonna get you guys. It's gonna be like I'll read 3. Okay, you just choose from the first 3. Here's first one says, "Am I the asshole for ditching my friends on a trip to hang with a girl?" And then I'm gonna let you read. Can you read? Can you see it, Sai? What do you think of that? What do you think? This one should be one?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Would I be the asshole for pointing out parts of how my
title is me?
Oh my God, the title is good. Yeah. All right, so that's number 2. Ooh,
that one's interesting.
That looks like going to be an argument. Yeah. Okay. All right. So here are the 3. The first 3. Look, we did good. Okay. So guys, 1, 2, or 3. Am I the asshole for ditching my friends on a trip to hang with a girl? Would I be the asshole for pointing out parts of how my boyfriend lives is foul? That sounds so good. Am I the asshole for wanting to be involved in my boyfriend's job hunt when we are planning on moving in together? Oh my gosh, they sound good. What do you guys want to start with?
Am I wrong in noticing here that these are all ladies that we're talking about here? Oh no, hang on. That's the first one's a male. Okay, so no, that's all right.
The first one's a male. And
the last 2 are ladies, though.
No, you're not wrong, because I guess it depends on the ones that want the most, Okay, I got 2 votes for 3. What do you think, Saif? What do you want to start with? 1, 2, or 3?
3. No, if everyone's voting 3, let's go with 3.
Okay, we got 2. First 2 in, so we'll go with it. So let me just pull it up so we can actually read it.
Righto.
By opening it more. Okay. No. Oh, it's not too long, so that's good. Okay.
That is good. Yep, that's a good one.
Now, do you want to read it?
Yeah.
You want to read?
Yeah, I can read that. Yep.
Oh, because they are insisting on hearing more of your sexy voice. So.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Am I the asshole for wanting to be involved in my boyfriend's job hunt when we are planning on moving in together? Am I the asshole for getting angry with my boyfriend for not including me in his job hunting when we are planning on moving in together? My 30 female boyfriend, 30 male, so she's 30 and female, they're both 30. My daughter, 7 female, not his. And I are planning on moving on together either end of this or start of next year. My boyfriend has an awful job and tried to find a new one last year to no avail. Jobs in his sector pop up mostly at this time of year. So what's this, a seasonal thing? It'd be nice if we knew what the job was.
Yeah.
But anyway,
maybe we will.
This year we've planned to move in together, and so have been talking about where he could get another job, and that would determine whether we move too. Currently live 1 city apart. I would like to ideally keep my daughter at the school she currently goes to, as it fits her like a glove, but I'm okay with moving elsewhere in our region if needed, as compromise is important in relationships, yes. And the job market is tough. My job is 99% online, so that's no problem. Last night, I asked him how his job hunt was going, and he started talking about looking somewhere we hadn't previously discussed, as it would probably be good for his career progression. I listened to his pitch, but everything was about how it would be good for him and his career, and if it came up and was the better of 2 offers, he would definitely, this word is important later, take it, and saying how he could move in with his mum who lives in that area, which makes sense to him. So this is either Australia or Britain with the mum, M-U-M, because you guys spell it with an O.
Right.
So we got, all right. I hit the roof as he didn't even ask how I felt or what I thought, and that he was going to move in with his mum, which I took to mean as us not moving in together, as he used I, not we, and I hung up on him. I cooled off and rang him back, and he tried to argue that he had been thinking of all of us and that there are good schools and that he was just looking anyway and that he hadn't even applied. I pointed out that he had been using I, not we statements, and absolute statements like definitely. Example, if it's a better job, I will definitely take it, was a statement made. I pointed out that not just the job is important, and he argued that by the job, he also meant rent, finances, schools, how I felt, etc. But that was never stated. And people do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know. She's being,
yeah, I mean, so far I'm thinking you're an asshole, yes. I'm still mad with him for making all these choices himself, although he said it was all just ideas without talking with me. Also, I don't want to live with my mother-in-law when we are learning to live together. He has also said before that if he got a job in my area that he wouldn't want to keep our rental because he wants us to have a place that's ours, which seems hypocritical since he seems okay with living with his mum. Okay. He called me controlling for wanting to be involved in talking about what cities he applied for jobs where he's considering is all within a 3 to 4 hour drive. For work? Are you shitting me?
I know. Yeah.
And that there's no point talking about it until he has offers on the table, which is a fair point. I will say he's super stressed as 2 staff quit on the spot yesterday, and a good chunk of their work has been thrown at him instead. So am I the arsehole for getting mad and not wanting to move in with his mum and not understanding that his I and absolute statement were apparently really we and maybe statements?
Whoa.
We picked a banger for the first one, didn't we?
We sure did. We need to talk about this a little bit before we even vote, because wow. And even, I can actually say we'll bring up a few people started right away. First of all, before we even got through the first paragraph, Juju came in and said, yes, she is. She said, absolutely she is. So I was like, okay, yeah, she is being a bit,
Look, I can understand a little bit where she's coming from, but at the same time, I mean, if the guy can get a definite job, that's got good pay to it and something that he enjoys, I mean, shouldn't you be, if this is the guy you're wanting to look after you and your kid, if you've got a job that's online, great. You said you can go anywhere. So I think you're being a bit of an asshole here.
I do, and I also think it's even more than that. Like Liam said, it depends on how controlling you are being, whether or not we decide that you're an asshole. But as she actually went on, Liam goes on too, and he says, many compromises in a relationship usually require one of the participants to not have to compromise.
Yep.
Well, here's the thing. It's his job, right? And if did I hear you correctly? They're not married. They're not married.
And since she's got she's got a kid to someone else.
And she does have a child, and I understand that she wants to be close with, the child's school and everything like that.
And especially at that age.
Here's the thing. You have not committed to be together forever, people. And he's allowed to find out what in life is going to make him happy. And if it's a job that is someplace else, so you're going to have to work on what your relationship looks like. It may not always be perfect. It may not be that you're going to be in the same town. You may have to do weekends. You may have to, but you're in the beginning of your relationships. You haven't signed.
And she hasn't said how long they've been together either, which is might be important to know. I think
it is.
Anyway.
And he's talking about living with the mom, with her and the child before they ever have a place of their own. Well, I kind of agree with her with that. That's a bad idea.
I can understand. Yeah. Well, I can understand it from like a logistics point of view. You've then got mum there to look after little girl if she gets sick and has to stay home from school or something like that. You've definitely got a place that you can stay and look. Start branching out from there, searching for your own place.
Yep.
And nowadays it's next to impossible for anyone to get a mortgage to buy a house. We're all in recession. So I can sort of understand where he's like, well, let's move in with mum for, 3 to 6 months first and go from there. Completely understandable. Start a base, find somewhere from there, move out within 6 months, great. But, anything longer term than about 3 to 6 months, wouldn't be workable.
Right.
Unless it's, we don't know how big the house is, how many rooms mum's got, how much space there is for everyone to use.
Yeah.
So, she's leaving out a few details that might help.
Yeah, it would be.
I'd say half an asshole.
How can you be half an asshole? It's just yeah, maybe not the worst asshole that I've ever
Not
heard.
the worst asshole, no,
No.
but I can sort of understand her
Mhm.
concerns, but at the same time, like if the guy can get a job, doing what he loves, if he
Mhm.
moves into his mum's for 3 to 6, for a little bit before they find their own place, I don't have a problem with that.
You know what? And I don't. You know what? She's also said things that are contradictory to me in how she's feeling. She says she's being left out of the decision, but she also coaches the language to say things like, he says he's only like applying and he's not actually, making decisions without me, that this is all speculation and he's just talking it out. Like, he's already telling you, he's not like making final, he's going to come to you and include you in anything. He's not like leaving you out. But how involved do you need to be? I mean, right down to the fact of where he submits his applications. Come on.
Yeah.
That's a bit much. If he's willing to travel 3 or 4 hours, that's his time. Okay. If it's a job, it must have been a great job. Why would he even do that unless it was something about it he liked?
In Australia, because I mean, Britain wouldn't. I mean, Britain's a big place, but you wouldn't be traveling 3 to 4 hours.
You'd be in Scotland.
Here, you can definitely do. Yeah, here you can definitely do that.
Yeah.
I have done that. So yeah, I mean, I'm thinking they're in Australia.
Yeah,
I might be wrong.
Yeah, to me, it really doesn't matter where they are, because it seems like she thinks they're not on the same page. But the conversation, even the way she wrote it, and Leon was right. She's very verbose. She gave us so much information that we could doubt her, because she was saying things like, well, he said that he's not leaving me out and he's just talking and thinking about these things and nothing's settled. And that's all true. I mean, what if he's willing to put in an application to a job that's 3 to 4 hours away? There's something about that job that entices him and means something.
I'm curious as to there's a lot of detail left out. What does he do? Where are they?
Yeah. That's what happens.
How long
with
would
these.
How long would you be living with mum for? And you know what? I think half the time, a lot of the people that write these things are in fact assholes, because they do change a lot of the language and say, oh, there's this, and I don't follow woke lingo a real lot, so I don't know if she's got this whole thing with people generalize in a conversation. They'll say, oh, we can do this, or you can do that, and what they're saying, even if they're not using the correct
she's saying
language. Like,
she's saying things are going to change and I'm not happy with it.
Yeah.
Like, I need to control this situation and I have no control here right now because things are changing. And it kind of shows her personality a little bit. Actually, since they are not married yet, they haven't even moved in together in one place. That's clear. Okay. They're not living on their own together, a place of their own. So, I don't blame her for being a little nervous about where this is going. He could just as easily be 4 hours away, and the stress on their relationship could make it that it's not going to be a relationship anymore.
Well, apparently they're already living a city apart, so.
Right. And if they can make that work, I don't see what her problem is. I mean, I understand she wants to actually move it closer, but, you got to see how it goes, and you don't want to force somebody to do things your ways and then find out, they're almost always going to resent you for it. Listen, her obligations to live close to her daughter's school and to do all of that, those are her obligations. He hasn't signed on to them yet. They are not married. He hasn't agreed to be a step parent. He's in her life, but to what degree? This kind of behavior
There's a lot
of
of detail left out.
This kind of behavior of hers could actually lead to him wanting to be 4 hours away.
I mean,
at any given time.
The MGTO thing is a thing for a reason.
What? Yes, but come on, don't throw that at me. And we listen. No. I'm just saying she might, just because she's a little controlling doesn't make her one of those.
No, that's right.
But just because
she
actually
cares about him.
She does,
and wants to be around him. So. I'm going to say half an asshole for leaving out some details.
I can't picture what half an asshole looks like, but here we go.
I know. There's a picture. If you, I can't find it on Google anymore. Yeah, don't Google. Do not Google Hotham asked me.
And when you do, please don't
I can
send
hear
it to me.
keyboards. I can hear keyboards tapping all over the chat right now.
I know, and I can just hear my DMs going off with all these pictures of half assholes coming in because, like, I love the people that hang out here. I really do, and they are. It is true. I do title it "Two Assholes Talking About Assholes" because basically everybody hang around with. We at least admit it that we are somewhat of assholes. We call it the way we see it. We'll find a joke in almost anything, and just about everybody over there in the chat is exactly the same way. So
Yep.
pretty good. But run away, Robsky. I agree. I agree that this might not be the relationship for him if he's looking to find his way and she's like, come on, let's get settled already. It already seems to me that they're on two different pages. He's not exactly settled in what he wants completely for his life right now. He's looking for a better job and a commitment. He's looking, for all of that. He's willing to move back in with his mother to do it. That says a lot. Nobody really wants to do that. It's kind of like a step backwards. If you're willing to do that to achieve something, to accomplish something, that says you're really moving towards something new, something better for yourself. I don't know. I'm going to put up the voting screen before I vote, and then I'm going to ask you. I'm going to be a chicken and do it last. I'm going to be the last one to vote today. All right, a little bit different. Here's the voting screen. We don't have a presentation today. Okay, so as you guys know, I'm going to go through this just once. Most of you know them all, but if you're new, vote number one. If you think the OP, the original poster, that would be the woman in this case who gave us the whole story that Cypher read for us. If you think she's the asshole, you vote number one. If you think he's the asshole, which is the other party, the one she's talking about the most, which would be her boyfriend, vote number two. If you think they're both assholes, you vote number three. And then, of course, all the fun. Yay, porn is number 4. The Magic Mike Fund is number 5. Everyone is an asshole. And now when we say everyone, we mean everyone. Everyone in the whole world. Like everyone everywhere is an asshole. Number 7 is available for write-ins. Okay, whatever you say. But if you pick 7, please tell us what you're talking about. It's probably funny and we want to know. Number 8 is my mate, Chris. And you know Chris. Chris is always the impeccable asshole. He's perfect at it. He's really, really good because he sees so straight-laced and calm and sophisticated. And then he pulls asshole on you every damn time. It's good. Number 9 is no, just no, no, no. That's when we just read you something you don't even want to think about.
Yeah,
you don't want to know
I like
about
when
it.
people say no.
Like,
That's always a good reaction.
It is like you didn't want to know about it, you don't want to think about it, and you're damn well not voting about it. So you pick number 9. Number 11 is Bear Needs a Laser, and summer's almost over, and you can think of that any way you want. Number 42, Jay, our friend Jay, the coffee hating asshole. Yeah, Jay is always a coffee hating asshole. Like he hates coffee. He can't help it.
I know people that hate coffee but love the smell. It's weird.
I know. Who could hate the smell?
I don't trust anyone that hates coffee.
Oh, I can't imagine hating the smell unless there was a reason, like you were pregnant and it got to you while you were pregnant.
Something like that, yeah, could happen.
But otherwise, I can't. It's such a good, rich, homey, like invigorating smell. It's just, I love coffee. Can you tell?
I used to go to, I love coffee too because I used to go get like a nice fancy cappuccino with my friend Kate, and she'd get something like a white iced chocolate or something like that. And she'd always say every time I got my coffee, she's like, oh, can I smell that? So she'd just sit there and sniff the coffee for a half a minute before I started drinking it.
There we go. We have quite a few votes going on here. Oh my gosh. All right.
1 and 4, 1 and 3, 1, 1, 1. One's a winning so far.
Okay. And before I finish, number 69, you all know, do not put 69 in the chat without a number. It doesn't have to be yours, and it could be funny, but don't leave it there naked by itself. That's just wrong. It's teasing. We don't play like that here, and my mods will put you in timeout if you do it. You hear that, mods? Anybody who does that, that's it. Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Cassandra. I know because of the smell and taste. With COVID, that can be a while. That can be a while. Horrible. Yeah. I don't know. So, I could see where the chat's going with this, Cypher. Where are you going with this? Who are the assholes? What's going on here?
Yeah, well, like I said, I definitely think she's at least half an asshole.
Okay.
So yeah, I think one's probably the closest. Rounded up, full asshole.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking she is too. I don't think that the way he's communicating is actually wrong, because she did coach it with some language to say he was making effort to keep her informed. So I'm leaving him out of it and say she's the asshole, and I'm voting 1 and 4 and in all of the.
There's details I need, like where they are, where they're, or at least a city. A country would be handy, because then we'd know, what the travel times are like, and if it's going to be a big pain in the ass. Of 3 to 4 hours of travel to and from work. If that's to work, fuck, that's a full day by itself of travel just to get to work in the morning, and then another half a day in the morning, and then half a day in the afternoon. And it does take a lot out of you. I will admit, I had to quit the job after about 18 months because it just ruins you.
Oh, it does. It does. You know what? You guys are such impeccable assholes. I love you all. Like, some of you are trying to get away with how to say 69 without saying 69. And Shield, that's not fair, Autistic Shield. We can't put mods in timeout. So you can't put 69 like that. Like, stop it. Like, I'm going to have to take your wrench to put you in timeout. Like, don't do it. And Grace, I'm glad you can math, but I see you. I see what you're doing there. You too, T King. Really? I know. My members, they know me well. You're all just trying to get away with it. I can't even have one. It's the only rule on
They know how to
channel.
push your buttons.
They do. It's the only rule, and they just want to be a brat. They do. You guys just want to be brats. I know. Yep. I know, Mrs. Cassandra. What are we gonna do? All right. I know. What are you going to do? We're just going to have to let them run amok. Yeah. All right. But anyway, it looks like they all agree with us. She was the asshole in this case, as far as we can tell. Anybody else think differently? I mean, I saw a lot of other numbers. Lisa does think, and welcome, Lisa. Lisa does think that they're both being assholes. So that could be true. And Sandy put 69 in. Like, Sandy,
it's
really?
not naked. It's got a after it.
I know. Welcome, Sandy. That was a nice way to enter the chat. Thanks. No, don't time it. All right. I rescind the rule to time them out. Just let them run amok. I don't care anymore. There's too many of them. There'll be nobody left in the chat if we
just let the chaos
reign,
Claire. You know it's the best way.
Yeah, just let them go. We're just gonna have to let them go. On that. I know you don't have
I like
to
Sandy.
behave.
I like that. I'm not a mod. I don't have to behave. That's a good excuse.
It's a good excuse. It's actually really, it's true. It's true. She doesn't. All right. I'm going to pull up the thread again and see what you want to do. All right. Where is it? Okay, here it is. Wait, is that the thread or is that the... the thread keeps, you were right. The thread keeps changing. You know how you told me, like, oh, they post all the time, so there'll be so much to view. Yeah, it's like not even where I left it 2 seconds ago. It's like way, like it's all over the place. So, okay. All right, so this was the one we looked at. So if we go back on this, and it'll go right back to the thread. Okay. What do you do when one of your mods is an instigator? Use write an AIT and submit it in. That's what you do.
Yeah, right. Yeah, write an AIT.
I don't know what to do. Okay. All right. Do we want to do one of the other ones that you said, or just go on and look for other? Wait, I want to do this one about the boyfriend who's foul. No,
I want to see. I saw that, and I want to see this one too.
I'm like, how could he possibly be foul enough? Like that she's got to actually write an AIT about it. And you know what I mean? Like, why would you write to an AIT about a foul boyfriend like this? Let me see how long this one is. Oh my goodness, it's long. I'm going to read this one quick for you. You think? Well, actually, they want to hear your voice. You want to read or no? It's up to you. We can switch off, or you can continue. Whatever floats your boat, Cypher. We'll let you run the show. Wait a minute, Liam. What do you mean you want to see a mod battle in the chat? Yes, you are being an asshole for wanting that. Don't start. Don't get them going, please. I want them all to get along. Like, hey, no mod battles. You beat them with the spanner? Can I, Aaron? I don't know. Hello, Mr. Malliard. Welcome. I don't know. Did I lose your sign? Cypher, can you hear me?
Sorry, you got me now?
There we go. I do got you now. Okay, there you are. I couldn't hear anything before, so if you were answering me, I didn't hear any of it. It stopped right after I asked you if you wanted to read or not, and then I just
had
got
to restart
nothing.
Voice Meter. It froze up on me there.
Do you want to read or no?
Yeah, I can read that. Yep.
Okay, good. Maybe you could stop my mods from fighting with your sexy voice. Then here we go. Put your best accent out there, please.
I'll use the radio announcer voice.
Yes, please. Let's get one. I know. My Lord. I'm sorry, Mr. My Lord. I did it again.
Okay. So, what does the WIB stand for? I can't understand that. WIBTA.
Oh, would I be the asshole?
Oh, would I be the asshole? Gotcha. Right. Yes. Yeah, of course. Okay. So, would I be the asshole for pointing out parts of how my boyfriend lives as foul? Now, the title is mean, but for a bit of backstory, she's an 18 female boyfriend, 19 male. I can already see. I know what I was like at 19.
Oh my God, were you foul?
Oh, we had the pixelation happen there. There we go. Nope, all good.
Is it good?
Got his first apartment a few months ago. I'm insanely proud of him. He works so hard to afford everything he has and has his own space at just 19 years old. Now, we both grew up in overbearing and hard-to-live-in households, which would explain if he lives in a pigsty. Only if different ways. His parents infantilized him up until he was 18 and just stopped coming home, working 12 to 13-hour days to avoid being there. But due to that, he lacks basic life skills. Yeah, that makes sense. I grew up in the type of overbearing household, I'm guessing, where if you weren't cleaning when you had free time or weren't able to list the 20 different things you've done. Oh, pardon me, I just burped. That came out of nowhere. Okay. If you weren't cleaning when you had free time or weren't able to list the 20 different things you've done to be productive at the end of the day, you failed. Therefore, I have an overabundance of life skills and an eagle eye towards messes. I try not to point everything out I see due to the differences, but I know he wants to know how to do things. We've talked about it before. However, whenever I point things out, he kind of waves it off with an noise, but these things are hard for me to excuse. Which things? You haven't mentioned anything yet.
I know.
I moved to college a few weeks ago. We haven't seen any evidence yet.
I know.
I moved to college a few weeks ago, and due to the Labor Day weekend, I've come home to our apartment since classes are cancelled, and I've missed him a lot. So it's their apartment all of a sudden. I thought it was his apartment.
Yeah. Now it's there.
But the state of the house wasn't rough per se, but it had things. The floor was covered in hairballs. Now, we don't have a vacuum, but these things were big enough to pick up and throw away, which I don't see as hard to do. Yeah, I get those things sometimes. But I don't have carpet either. The thing that really got me is that he leaves things open. Packs of baby wipes, causing them to dry out. Packs of Oreos, which could attract ants. He washes his hair down the drain after he shaves, which I pointed out how he at me. Where else are you going to put it? I mean,
yeah, wait a minute. Like, what?
Okay. Beard hair isn't like, or even stubble isn't like head hair.
Yeah, it's short. We're not talking large amounts of hair.
Shaving off every fucking day, which I don't think, sorry, I swore there. But I don't think you're going to be shaving a beard every bloody day. That's how I shave in the shower. Like I'll get in, brush my teeth. Like I'll brush my teeth, rinse off, or shave first and then rinse off, and that's it. That's my daily routine. And then I, deodorant and everything else. It's not hard, but you need to where are you going to put the hair? Okay.
I don't know. See, you should save your rent. I think she's going to make it worse.
Yes.
I think she's got more.
I mean, the first ones I can understand, the baby wipes and the Oreos, but the hair sort of got me. Okay. So he at me, but it listened on how to improve. So he listened to you. And the bathroom made me gag a few minutes ago. When I first got here, I noticed the bottom of the toilet seat cover had shit stains on it. I don't know how these got there, but I was kind of shrugged it off and took a wipe and cleaned down the toilet. But this morning I noticed the toilet scrubber we have has chunks of something stuck on it. And the container has dried shit water at the bottom. I actually gagged at the smell of it, and it took some effort to get it out. Whatever it was had congealed. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Drop a bit of bleach in the bottom of your toilet scrubber brush, everyone. That'll actually keep it somewhat.
This is so gross.
Yeah,
okay. All right. I understand where the foul's coming in now.
Here's why I think I would be the arsehole. He doesn't really notice things like this because he was never taught to. And I think he waves it off when I mention it because it's embarrassing and he hates that he doesn't know these things, but I want to help. I don't want to shame him for not knowing these things, but I personally think they're important to know. I agree. Mm-hmm. So would I be the arsehole if I pointed these things out to him and tried to teach him how to clean them up for the future? Too long, didn't read. My boyfriend doesn't notice messes that really bug me because of how he grew up, and I want to point them out to better him. No, I don't think you're the arsehole, and I don't think you would be the arsehole in this case. I think that's fair. If things like the toilet brush are getting barnacles on it, which are generally found in the sea.
Yes, because that's unhealthy. Like that's disease. Like it's in the water. It's like hanging out, the smell, the odor, like feces anywhere in the bathroom, like all of that E. coli can make you really sick. Don't forget you brush your teeth, you wash your face. There's all that cleanliness that's going on in the bathroom. You really don't need any of this excrement leftovers hanging out. Okay. I'm just saying gross. I understand now why she said foul. I also understand how she is feeling. Well, he's young and he doesn't know. First of all, if my brothers were out on their own at 19 and they didn't know how to clean a bathroom, that's a failure on me and my mother's and everybody else's jobs. Like, just a word to the wise. Don't take care of your children, your sons so well that they can't take care of themselves. They need to go out there safe. And having poop all over the bathroom, like that's not a good idea. Okay. Like they need to know how to clean the bathroom and do laundry and all of that.
Look, I can, like I said, I can understand the guy's attitude because I remember my first place that I bought.
Yeah, that is not something anybody wants to figure out for themselves. No. Nor are you inclined to think that you have to. Like, you know what I mean? But is there a way that she can tell him without?
Yeah, look, I think they could probably make a team effort of it if she turned around and said, "Oh, we should clean up the apartment," and I'll teach him in a subtle way. Just say, "Oh, look, we need to clean up a bit. There's dust on the floor, allergies and stuff like that." But yeah, the bathroom is definitely bad. You need to clean that.
Yeah, and
guys. I'm just going to say this. Please close your toilet lid when you flush, because when you flush, little droplets fly out of the toilet.
Oh my God.
You've just taken a dump. There's a video on YouTube and they put some blue UV dye in a toilet and flush it.
You're going to freak YouTube out.
The walls end up blue. You can see the blue spots all over this bathroom.
Yes, and E. coli is the most mass-produced. It multiplies itself like crazy, people. It's on everything. And that's why if you don't cover your toothbrush or keep it in a cabinet or all that stuff, well. And I'm not trying to freak you out, but it is gross. I'm just saying. Like, him not cleaning up properly is an issue. Everybody should. But how do you talk to somebody about that without embarrassing him? Well, you're just going to have to bite the bullet and embarrass the hell out of them because they need to know. And then if they keep doing it, run. Because I'm telling you, if I have a conversation with somebody about the condition of their bathroom and it doesn't change immediately, I'm out. Like, I'm out. I'm done. Like, I'm not going to spend time teaching you the proper ways to do things. I will tell you It's a lot easier to, first of all, the brush itself, you could just keep flushing the toilet until you get all the stuff off of it. You don't have to put it away dirty. And then you got to clean it anyway afterwards, because you just use the toilet water to freaking clean it. Now, I know it's a toilet brush, okay? But there are things that you put in the toilet bowl which will help with this. They're called cleansers and things, you know?
You know what? I put a bit of bleach in my cistern so that when the toilet flushes, all the bleach goes through the pipe and then around the bowl.
There are tabs you can put in the back of the toilet,
tabs,
like bleach
in the
cakes.
cistern,
And and that's all she needs to know. You say, listen, don't put all you have to say, you don't have to say, yo, the bathroom was full of crap. It was, but you don't have to say that. You could say, listen, you shouldn't put the toilet brush away dirty. And this is how I do it. It's so easy. Let me just show you a trick. And then just make it like you're sharing some secret with him about how
American
you do
toilets
it.
are very different to toilets that I've seen around the world, though. Your toilets are weird. Your water gets sucked down them instead of flushing from the top. Like usually we've got here and most other countries I've been, we've got water in this thing itself, but then the water flushes down from the top. It doesn't get sucked out and then refill. Your toilets weird me out.
They do. They actually, there's two kinds. Some toilets actually flush water down as it's going out. And they do. And we have combination toilet bidets. We do have those. Also we have up flushes, because I have a ranch, and then downstairs I have a basement. And because the water line is above, the drain is above where the basement is. I have what they call an up flush toilet, which is what you're dealing with. It's got a little motor on it. It up flushes the water to the pipe. And so it goes the opposite way. So I have both, and I can show you they're both clean, like clean. Okay, so there's a way to do it. You could still put the brush on there, whichever direction your water's going in, and clean that brush. Yeah, with the flush. Okay, so use the flush to help clean after everything goes down. Just do a second flush. And some people are going to say, oh, that's a waste in water, whatever. I get it. But you're still, if you take it out, when you take it out, you're going to be like dripping all over the bathroom. You're going to make more need to clean the bathroom. You're going to make more areas to clean in the bathroom. Just waste a little bit of the flush. I know it uses more than just using a bucket of water.
That's where the bathroom bucket comes in handy.
Yeah, it's true. But now the bathroom bucket's full of crap. Listen, I'm trying here. There's sometimes you have to waste a little water to confine the mess to where it needs to be. And I'm sorry, the only place that crap should be is in the toilet. Okay, so let's just focus on keeping the brush from being too dirty.
No. I'm talking about a bucket that you keep in your bathroom, right? It's there for if you need to pour a bit of water over something, or if you need to, so what you can do is put some some soap and bleach in your bucket with a bit of hot water, clean your toilet, and then instead of putting it straight back into your toilet brush dish thing that it sits in, splash it around in your bucket of hot soapy bleachy water, and then shake it out and pop it back in your cleaner thing.
Like
I said, put a bit of bleach in that too, and that'll kill any germs that are in there.
Exactly.
Nothing can live on bleach. So
here's the other thing you can, if you're really worried about it, if you got a lot of people in your house, whatever like it, you can actually have a little container of watered bleach, bleach and water, to stick that brush in between, and change it when you're cleaning your bathroom twice a week, whatever, at least once a week, top to bottom, everything.
I did mine yesterday.
Okay, wiping everything with a very strong cleaner that kills everything in sight, because everything builds up. As clean as you are, that is like one of the worst places for everything to build up. But I digress. But anyway, we're just talking about the toilet brush here. But the purpose being that there was a way for her to talk to him about it without it being embarrassing. And I do agree that it's kind of foul, but I don't think he's being foul on purpose. I think he's uneducated, ignorant foul.
Yeah.
But ignorant is no excuse.
She just said, "Oh, you're a fucking slob, and you need to pick your act up."
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, do it subtly and just say, "Oh, this is what this is how I do it." Sort of thing. I just, wipe it down with a bit of this, dunk it in the bleach, and there you go. They're easy. And maybe again, he probably hasn't had to clean up after himself. He's had, mum or dad do it the whole time. So
this is true. And
yeah,
that's why, I have to say, my brothers are really clean. One of them always, the seat's always down when he flushes. He'll even like sit down so he doesn't make a mess, especially at somebody else's house. And he has boys and he has educated them. Now, my other brother is a slob, but he's a slob on purpose. He's just lazy. Like, he knows what to do. He just wants somebody else to do it, but
and we all have those days where, or weeks where we just don't want to be bothered cleaning up. I'm actually
guess which one's divorced now and having to clean his own bathroom and really hates it. Like, guess which one?
Yeah.
Guess.
But like, I've confined my mess to like a section of my coffee table. So I've got a cup. I've got a plate sitting on top of a coffee cup that's got a container of, a box of biscuits that I finished, just, savory biscuit things and some lolly wrappers on it that I've got to move. But that's my mess. That's all I've got sitting there. That was
you're
from last
a keeper.
night.
Oh, you're a braggart. You're a keeper. You see, I'll tell everybody out there right now, I'm probably sitting in more of a mess right now than he is, actually, because my little side table over here, it's got like at least 2 coffee cups, and the dinner I didn't finish is still sitting there.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I've got. Yeah.
It's a mess. Not to mention the bunch of computer components I have down at the bottom of my bed right now, which is not very good. Oh, but anyway, it's a mess.
It's like we all have a bit of mess around our houses, but it's something like that. No, I don't think you'd be the asshole for bringing that up, love.
Yeah, no, and I do think I think just to educate him a little, and then if he doesn't take a clue, that might be worth moving
then
on.
You might have to start being an asshole.
Unless you want to raise children.
Understandable.
I mean, they're kind of young to be raising each other. Like really, they're only 18 and 19.
Yeah.
So,
and I do still find it funny how she said, "Oh, it's his first apartment, but we both live there."
Well, she stays there. Well, obviously, if she's seen the bathroom, she's been there more than an hour.
Yeah, she may as well. Yeah,
and they're dating, so I'm, sleepovers and all of that. It's important. It's important. But like Liam said, he's not an asshole for being mucky. If he does it to her deliberately, then yes. Otherwise, no. And I agree with you. I don't think this was intentional. I think it's a lack of knowledge. Yeah. It is pretty gross, but I am kind of grossed out that she put it on the Reddit. Like, come on, talk to him. Like, what? Why put it on the Reddit? Like, how confused could she possibly be about a dirty toilet cleaner? Come on, really?
Yeah, that's a fair point.
That's like, I'm telling you.
So yeah, no, I don't think either of them are assholes. I just think he's probably at the same. And like I said, I remember where I was like when I was 18, 19, 20. I didn't even start looking after stuff until I was probably about 30. So now I take a lot more time and effort, but I actually own my own space now, so I understand the value of keeping it clean and tidy, and makes you feel better about things, and you've got more space to work with.
But
just show him, go around it, like make a day of it if you have to. Clean up the house together. It's always fun.
That's true. It's just like, show like listen, like showing it like it's a good trick, like, because nobody loves to do it. I mean, come on. I mean, I will admit that the area I'm sitting in and everything is messier than my bathroom or my kitchen. Like, you go to my bathroom or my kitchen, there was spotless, because that's where you prepare the food, and that's where we get clean, and where things happen that you don't want anywhere else in the house. So those 2 areas are always spotless. But like a pile of papers, a couple of books, am I going to have a canary over a little bit of dust? No. Like, I have 2 major dogs. Like, I got dog hair.
Yep.
You got to vacuum every day because of the dog hair, this and that. They are long haired, double coated.
I've got breed. A cat that runs around in the house here, and he leaves. Like, you get those fur balls that they end up shedding. I just pick that up, chuck it in the bin.
Like, I'll admit to not being a fanatic about it, but I do like it neat and clean. Like, I don't want to be embarrassed if anybody came over, but definitely that bathroom would have to go. So, what do you think there, Cypher? I think I know how you're going to vote.
Look,
how about you, chat?
I don't think she would be an asshole. No. chuck your votes in, everyone. Let's see what you think. I don't think any of these people are assholes in that case. I just think, he obviously is just doing the 18, 19, the young guy thing with a girlfriend. And she's obviously been, raised in a neater household. And I was too. Like, my mum was fairly, what's the word? Fanatic about keeping stuff clean. So that was, and part of my whole, like, I always rebelled against authority too. So I was like, fuck, I'm not going to clean up because mum wants it and rah. But, ended up going, okay, now I'm in my own space. I've got to clean. Like, we all mature differently. I'm I'm 41 years old and still play with lightsabers.
Damn. I'll tell you. You know what? Everybody is kind of like, yes, Mrs. Cassandra, it's always yay porn. I agree. Listen.
A Roomba. Yeah, Roombas are fun.
I have one, and that actually helps. If you upgrade it to the animal, like, you have to get a bigger bin. There's a way to upgrade it so it holds more, and it actually has a tougher brush for animal hair. It's actually fantastic because it's really hard to keep up with animal hair a lot. I mean, you still do have to vacuum, but at least you don't got like the big piles everywhere. You know how you get those rolling ones of, like, you just open up a door and like and you're like, I just vacuumed. Where did that come from? It's like, it is, shedding on a double coat animal is really, really hard to keep up. Hey, John Eagle, welcome. But everybody, I think you're going to kind of vote the same way. I don't see an asshole in this one. I see someone who's a little ignorant about what appears to be ignorant. Because I don't know for sure if he's doing it on purpose or not. But I would like to talk to his parents to see if he had any education on how to take care of himself before he got his own apartment. Because I have to tell you, the best thing we can do for our children, whether they be male or female, because there are plenty of 19-year-old women out there with their first apartments that are doing the same thing. I don't want this to just be a gender thing. This is not just because he's a guy.
I've seen some chicks' rooms that you would consider a literal fucking garbage dump.
Exactly.
Their houses were like, yes,
because everybody's been picking up after them, because apparently parents are magic. They snap their fingers and the house is in perfect order. Did you know that? Like, no, they need to be, chores, responsibilities, at least Louis. I know they got, you don't want to make them responsible or treat them like child labor. I get all that. But actually teaching them on how to take care of themselves in their own place is the best thing you can do for them. It's along with how to balance a damn checkbook and go shopping and look for a sale, all of that.
We didn't. The checkbook thing wasn't as big a thing. You guys in America seem to do that a lot. Do you still have checkbooks nowadays? I thought everything was online.
Even if it's not like a checkbook, it's a balance because you're running it through
your
you got to do it through your phone. Almost everyone does it on their phone or their computer now. No, there's no paper, anything really. But some people still do, and I think that's the best way to learn is the old-fashioned way at first, like with a savings account. I know the younger children in all family all have savings accounts and have to do the money in and the money out thing on all of that.
Basically just balancing the checks that you're writing with the money that's in your account. I understand that.
I'm sorry, Liam. Why are you feeling so inadequate? I'm sure your bathroom's just fine.
Jujube said earlier, I fully remember standing in my first apartment and realizing I had to clean it myself. I remember that.
I remember, and it was overwhelming. And I'm thinking, like, at that point, I had what they called it an efficiency, which is supposed to be just one big room, but it really wasn't, because it was one big room and then like a walk-in closet area and then the full bath. And then over to the other side was like a dinette and a kitchen, but it was behind a wall. So like, it's kind of like another room. Like it wasn't all like one big, but it just didn't have a separate bedroom. Like it was like you had to use like a Murphy bed kind of situation. Like, but it was still overwhelming. And that was only like one room and a bath. And I was like, oh my God, I have to do everything myself. I have to cook. I have to take out the garbage. I have to do all the cleaning. And I have to do all the food shopping and everything.
Yeah, see, that was one thing I did enjoy, the cooking and the learning how to. I already knew how to cook, but once I could move out and got a place with gas, that's when I really started cooking. And you saw my knives I ordered earlier.
They had gorgeous handles on them. That was a nice set, actually. They really was.
I can't wait to make my first meal with those. That's going to be awesome.
I'll tell you, I started talking to my mom a lot more about stuff when I got my first apartment. and my sisters and my
Yep.
brothers too.
And
Like we
yeah,
just started
yeah.
sharing information, like in all these
Yep.
tricks and this and that and the other thing, and just helping each other out and stuff. But I actually, at my house though, it wasn't that I didn't know how to do it, because of course in the house I always helped my mom, and we had a lot of kids, and so we all had things to do, and it was like shared responsibilities. My mother worked; she worked really hard. We all knew how to cook and clean and do laundry and take care of ourselves. We all took turns doing it. It wasn't like anybody had to do everything every day or anything like that. So it wasn't really unpleasant, and we all learned. So we knew it had to be done. But the fact that I didn't have the other 8 of us to help me with it anymore was overwhelming. It was just me, and I was I hear you, Juju, and everybody else. I flipped out a little bit. I did. I was just like, man, this
Sean
is too
Coffey
much.
said, didn't realize what I didn't know about cleaning until you're taught. Yeah. And there's other, like, I actually learned more than that too. Like the pipes underneath your sink, you've got to get in and make sure there's not mold in there every, year or so. Make sure you got no leaks in your cabinet, or the pipes running up to your shower or anything like that. I've got a actual what do you call it, sunroof in my bathroom that needs replacing because it started leaking. So that's stuff I've got to talk to my landlord about. Or not my landlord, the person, the strata company that takes care of all the repairs for the place, like the external parts of the building and things like that, which the skylight's part of. Yep. So yeah, I mean, you learn so much more than you're taught once you actually get into your own place and start realizing, Yeah,
you do.
One day I had to clean the entirety of my place here because it was starting to get mold. So yeah, had to get a scrubber brush and brush the entirety of the outside of the house. That was fun.
Oh, right. And then you look for ways to keep it from ever happening. Like that's the thing in the bathroom too. Yes. By doing it regularly, you never have to deal with those kind of issues.
We made up a bit of a bleach solution and cleaned it all off with that. And I think some of the bleach got into the paint and just stayed there. So it's discouraging the mold now.
Oh, well, hopefully. Oh, yeah, hopefully. Yeah. But I'll tell you, they're talking about shopping now in the thing, and I want to tell you one of the best tricks. And this was an ex of mine and a brother both taught me this, and I didn't know it when I first left. And I used to help my mom with the shopping and all. But for those of you that like the fancier meats or big turkeys and things like that, always go shopping for that if you have a freezer after the holiday, after Thanksgiving, after Christmas, after Easter. Here in the United States, after Easter is when lamb prices drop because everybody wants it prior. And so it's through the roof. And then they have all this lamb and it's fresh and they can't get rid of it or freeze it, so they're going to drop the prices. And you could actually prepare it or do things with it or actually freeze it for during the off months. Same thing with a turkey, big chickens, crown roasts, We go from having here in America a crown roast, which we could upwards of $40 or $50 for, say, a 4 or 5 rib roast, and it'll go down to like $8 the couple of days after the holiday because they need to get it sold and frozen, so that it doesn't go bad and they don't lose the money. Well, that's what they told me. Go meat shopping, big meat shopping, fancy meat shopping after a holiday, not before. So there you go. So, all right, Cypher, you want one more? What do you think? We go down the Reddit. I lost you again, dude. I think. Unless it's just me. Can you guys hear Cypher in the chat? Because I do not right now.
No,
yep.
Me now.
Are you back? Okay.
I've got to keep remembering to do this in StreamYards, not just
Sorry, are you hopping around? Oh, you going in different windows? You see that? What do you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah when you're streaming, you're looking at 3 different screens at once sometimes.
Not me. I'm looking right in the one screen on my potato. That's it. And I pull the chat up into a separate like I pull it off of the video and put it over on the side. I split the screen. I'm still only using one. I think I'm going to switch to the filtered one, and we're going to pick one from there. Let's see what they have over there. Let's see what we can find over there.
But yeah, so far we're one arsehole and one not arsehole. So
so far, yeah, I didn't see any assholes in the just a need to educate. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Am I the asshole for expecting in-laws to pay for new mattresses?
It's
You know what? Doing it on in-laws is always rough because everybody always thinks their in-laws are,
buy your own mattress.
Mm-hmm. Am I the asshole for winning a paper airplane contest by crumpling the paper into a ball and throwing it?
No.
Well, you're a cheater.
Well, no, I actually read that one that they did say there's no rule that specified they couldn't. So no, you're not the asshole. You're just thinking outside the box.
Oh, maybe we should have read that one. I feel a fight going on. I'm going to save that one for another one. Okay. Wait a minute. You know what? I am going to read that one because now you entice me. Just because there's not a rule doesn't mean you make it not an airplane in an airplane.
Hey, if they don't put it in the official rules, I'm pulling the two fingers up here. You can't see it, but I'm doing it.
I am learning something about him right here. I'm learning something. He is a winner at all costs kind of guy. All right, I'm going to read this real quick. Am I the asshole? Right? For winning a paper airplane contest by crumpling the paper into a ball and throwing it. Okay? I am a teacher and we had a friendly paper airplane contest after school with the staff. Last minute, I decided to just crumple one sheet of paper up into a ball and throw it as hard as I could down the hallway, which won the competition. There were no rules prohibiting this. We were simply given some materials and told to make a plane. I thought it was funny and creative, but other competitors were legitimately angry with me. So, am I the asshole for ignoring any apparent overall understanding of the competitors?
I'm just going to say, hell fucking no.
Wait, that a paper airplane should consist of some type of plane that has wings. Did I take a cheap shortcut? See, I know I saw you trying to derail the rest of that because you didn't want it. Cypher, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm glad, I see what you're saying. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say no. I like your style.
You do.
It's not the rules. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Please, when you have a contest about paper airplane, all right. First of all, does anybody have any doubt what a paper airplane looks like? Anybody in the chat? Like when I say the words paper airplane. You know what I'm talking about, right? Cypher, if we don't get to use common sense rationality with these things, like all hell's going to break loose.
Like, I mean, you have seen people buying NFTs and things like Earth 2, haven't you?
Oh,
humanity at the moment is not really using its best brain cells. Let's just put it that way.
True. So grant me the sanity of at least saying that you got to have a paper airplane in a paper airplane contest to win. Like throwing a ball of wadded paper it is creative. I'll give you that. But is it a paper airplane? No. They didn't say paper projectile. They didn't say paper going forward at full force in any means possible.
But that's all a paper airplane is. When you think about it, it's all, regardless of whether or not it's got wings, it's still going to make it to the end of at least go somewhere.
Oh my God! Well, the only thing in the rules that it had,
I would say would have been an arsehole if he'd used a trebuchet or a catapult or something to launch it. Yes, but no, I think that's just thinking outside the box.
Okay, we're gonna. All right, okay, all right. This is a different one. Okay, obviously, I think that they went above and beyond. It should be disqualified. The ball of paper, although I'll admit it was creative, but it's a paper airplane contest. Okay, so I'd
like to know what he taught too, because that would sort of give us an idea of where he got the idea for the paper ball from.
Well, I don't know, but all right, you obviously think they
weren't. If he's a physics teacher, he's on the ball.
But it wasn't a physics lesson. It was afterwards. It wasn't even with the kids. It was with full-grown adults who, in all rationality, would actually understand what a paper airplane is. Like, right? It is funny. I mean, I get it, but no, I don't think they should have won. Like, I think that they're asshole, and you say they're not. And so now the chat has to vote before we leave. You have to vote Cypher or Bear. That's it. We're gonna draw the line in the sand.
This will be good.
Most of the chat is gonna vote for you just because they well, you got the voice for one. You've got that contrarian attitude, which every single one of them, like, that's why they're here, right? Like, they all have that too. I have a feeling I'm going to lose this one.
Posted says, next try, write a letter to Australia. That piece of paper was flying the longest way, so it wins. See, that's thinking outside the box.
No, see, there's only one vote, and it's for come on, people, you gotta vote. All right, I will pull it up as a poll to make it easier, so you don't have to put the words. Okay. Okay. All right. I will put it, and then when we're done, okay, it's Bear. Okay, Cypher. Either way, we're still friends, right?
Yeah, of course.
We're gonna be friends.
I'm just a bigger asshole.
Mm-hmm. Oh, where did it go? Okay, so now you don't have to say who. You can anonymously go up there and vote, and we will take it on the chin, whatever it is. Although those of you that are all of you Aussies who already and Englishmen who already voted for me, thank you very much. None of this Aussie sticking together stuff, Cypher. We won't have it. I can say crikey like the best of them.
It's hard to get Aussies to separate, because we lost the war against emus. We tend to stick together after trauma like that.
This is true. Mm-hmm. Oh, Aaron, you're being so nice to Charlie. You guys couldn't fight. That was good. Even though Liam wanted the mods to fight, that was good. And close the poll. No, I'm not closing the poll until it's over. No. Okay, well, let's just hope if you agree with whatever Charlie says, Charlie votes for me. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe, Shield, 3 bears. You don't have to go up there and vote in the poll. You don't have to put it in there. Although you guys are stroking me well, and I like it. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
there you go.
7 to 43.
I know. You're winning. Yes, you're winning. You're winning in silence, though.
I mean, hey, if that's how I win, I'll do it.
Yeah, I know, and it's okay. They can vote any way they want. If they want to be like that and say that there are no rules to paper airplane contest, then they can.
Here's the thing. Yeah. We don't know what his paper ball looked like either. Did he actually put some little wings and a nose on it? See, that would have
he crumbled it. They crumbled it into a ball and threw it as hard as they could. Absolute shitting.
See, I would have been more of a smartass and I would have grabbed the sides of it and just made some little wings and maybe a little tip. Maybe a tip, but wings definitely.
Listen, but they didn't bother to do that. You see, then I would have gave them extra points. They at least tried to make it look airplane-like. Yeah. Had they made any effort to actually make it a plane or look like a plane or emulate anything whatsoever, even write the goddamn word plane on the paper before they crumbled it up, I would have gave them a pass. But they didn't do that, Cypher, did they? Nope. They totally disregarded the whole premise of what was going on there.
Still wasn't in the rules, though.
True. So like Liam said, the only asshole is the person who did not put it in the rules that you actually have.
I have to agree with that. That I'll agree. Yep, I like it.
I'm telling you. I'm saying, even if they wrote the word plane on the paper before they crumbled it up, it would have qualified in my opinion, because, they would have been creative, funny as hell, contrarian, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
See, they should have written a rule in as well that says that extra points will be given for, if you go out of your way to make a superstructure or something, you make a really fancy one.
Mm-hmm.
Then you would have lost points for just having, a lumped up wad of paper.
Exactly. There you go. All right. It was a snatch paper ball with wings, it would win. True, like Harry Potter style. I get that, Icarus, but You know what? It wasn't. It was just a rumpled up piece of paper. They said specifically, and I quote, "I just crumpled up the piece of paper into a ball and winged it down the hallway as hard as I could." That was the flight of the airplane, and that should not win. And of course, it won because it went the farthest. Because it wasn't a plane, it was a
the
ball.
polls at 50-50, Claire. So I think we that's a tie.
It wasn't a paper ball. It is a tie, 50-50 right now. I should quit, but I'm going to wait until, does it say 22 people voted? Because there's 22 people in here.
22 watching, yep.
Hop
to it, you last 6.
Come on, I need.
Oh, hang on. John said, what was the question? So the question we were reading, am I the arsehole for making a wadded up piece of paper that won a paper airplane contest? I say no, because they didn't specify in their rules that a wadded up piece of paper wouldn't count. So that's their fault.
That's true.
Claire thinks it should be disqualified altogether.
I do, because although it flies, no one is, I agree. It flew down the hallway. Yes, it did.
Mrs. Cassandra has it right. It
wasn't a plane.
He did win.
Yeah, he did, because it went the farthest, because they said whichever one goes the farthest wins. But should it been disqualified for not being a plane? I think so. I think I call foul. I say that's taking it too far. A ball. It was not a game of who can get their implement, whatever it is, to go the farthest. It was a paper airplane contest.
That's got the right idea. They didn't wrap a rock in the paper. I would have lol. Yes, that's also a good idea. Wait.
They weren't trying to kill anybody or knock a window out. Like,
well, the paper would have softened the blow.
Yes, Grace, it's the gumball rally of paper airplanes. But that's the thing. You don't get to call something a paper airplane contest and not use a paper airplane.
Oh, no, I'm losing. Someone voted for Claire. She's got a... Oh, come on, everyone. It wasn't in the rules.
Remember,
that's my main argument. Wasn't in the rules that you couldn't use a paper ball.
We're not arguing on if it was in the rules. We're arguing on whether or not that ball qualifies as a paper airplane in a paper airplane contest. It doesn't.
John's at least given me a reason. He says, sorry, buddy, but I qualify it as a projectile. It has minimal aerodynamics, just mass and energy. But it wasn't in the rules, John.
I know. Yes, everybody's going with, right.
Innovative design.
No rules. We can do whatever we want. It wasn't innovative. How innovative is crumpling a piece of paper? Like I said, they didn't even bother to write the word plane on it before they did that. They could have covered their ass. They could have covered their ass and wrote plane on it and then crumpled it up and threw it, but they didn't.
He could, yeah, you know what? He could have written plane on the paper, then crumpled it up and thrown it. That would have counted.
Right, and we wouldn't have an argument because I would have been saying clever.
Yeah,
that is an air. That is a paper
what a plane was not defined. It wasn't in the rules. Therefore, yes, no, he's not the asshole.
No, listen, come on. I need 5 more votes, or at least 4 more votes, because there's 21 people still here.
Yeah, we need a tiebreaker here. Well,
I mean, no, it's not tied anymore. Don't look. I don't want to break your heart, but you're not tied anymore. You were winning for a long time. You really were. Claire, read Aaron. Listen, there are sex toys that look nothing like penises, but do it better every time. Shape isn't everything. Oh, God. You know what, Aaron? Oh,
the dragon dome.
Yes, but we don't call them penis-shaped projectile contests, do we? If they did, they just call them sex
Blue
toys.
Origin.
They give an opening for you to be innovative and creative. They're not saying it's a penis toy. They're saying it's a sex toy. So I have to disagree. No, they clearly called this a paper airplane contest. They were very specific, and with that specificality came assumptions of certain things, like you need to have a goddamn paper airplane to be participating, and not a ball of paper. Like, they did have the paper right, Cypher. They got it halfway there.
Deb's right. They didn't say airplane shaped either. Yeah, they didn't.
And the ball is an airplane.
If you're going to have a competition, you need to have your rules set up and make sure that everyone follows them. He was following the rules. He's in the right. He's not the asshole.
That's true. All assumptions are wrong. This is true. We shouldn't assume. However, when you say paper airplane, that's not an assumption. That's a directive. Paper airplane is instructional. It's parameters. It's not assumption. It's a paper airplane contest.
Aaron's right yet again, though. An orgasm is an orgasm, and a win is a win.
Yes, that one goes up.
Yes, definitely.
That one goes up for prosperity. Yes, this is true. And an orgasm is always a win, Aaron. Damn. Yes. And never assume. I agree, Lisa. Never, because you make an ass out of you and me. I'm thinking this was at Claire's work. No. No.
19 votes.
Oh, yes.
Claire's creeping ahead here. People are thinking that the ball should be disqualified.
The ball should be disqualified because, like I said, if they didn't make the effort to write the word plane, so they didn't have to worry about it, I can't give them full credit. I'm not going to do it. They would have been the most creative person in the room. Actually, I would have actually gave them a cheerleading dance when they won, had they bothered to write the word
just
plane.
Said something else that I thought of this earlier. I wasn't going to mention it, but now that it's been brought up, is a crumple considered a fold? A paper airplane is a folded piece of paper.
Oh, there. Why don't you just add more to my argument? Because crumpled isn't folded, and folded is usually the way we make paper airplanes. So you're right. They were just. Oh no, I'm sorry. No. Being contrary, just for the sake of being contrary, does not allow you to win. They crumpled up a piece of paper, threw it to the end of the hall. They didn't write the word plane on it. They didn't fold it before they crumpled it. Because even if they folded it a couple of times, they wrote the word plane, they made a fold and then put it in a ball and then threw it. Qualified.
Little Qualified. Said a plane has wings, but yes, they're just aerodynamic surfaces, which a crumpled ball of paper also has. It's like I said, folded indelicately. And they didn't it wasn't in the rules. I'm sticking with that.
But here, Liam's got a point. Does that mean that he could win a competition with a more efficient steam engine by entering a petrol engine? Only if we argue the fact that the end result is steam. If they both produce steam at the end and we're going to argue on what a steam engine actually is, then yeah. But you're actually making my point for me, Liam, because you don't get to enter a paper airplane contest without a paper airplane.
But they let him enter.
Point. They did. Well, they didn't know they were going to crumple the paper. They were each given paper and sticks.
Doesn't matter. They didn't specify.
They were each given the same implements, and this person just chose to crumple the paper and throw it.
They were told to make something out of to make something that flew out of their paper.
No, they were not. They were not told to make something that flew. No. They were told to make a paper airplane. It was a paper airplane contest. You can deny the facts that they led the parameters out there, but just the title of the AITA says that they knew exactly what they were supposed to do, make a paper airplane. Now you got to argue that a crumpled ball of paper is a paper airplane. And I'm sorry, it's not.
Well, he won.
Just having projectilism and being a piece of paper does not qualify you as being a paper airplane. A paper airplane is a specific thing. Those two things are only elements of what a paper airplane is. They are not enough to qualify it as a paper airplane.
Yeah, now here we go. Icarus. I guess nobody told the Borg that a cube is not a spaceship. Yeah.
If you start putting
get that up, yeah.
There you go. You put Star Trek in there, and I'm dead. That's it. I'm gone. All right, but no, logically, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stick. And you know what? The numbers are creeping up. 3 more.
Oh, yeah, we got 19.
Yep, 3 more, and the poll is closed. Please, people, vote.
I'm at 42 at least.
Well, yeah, you're not doing bad. You're holding your own. I mean, for being on the wrong side of things, you're not doing bad.
Oh, Sean said a good one. I'm going back to it's a UFO. Yes, they fly.
Yeah, but it was all right. They did not say a flying.
Some of them are ball shaped.
They did not say a flying implement. They said a paper airplane.
but they didn't put it in the rules that it was against the rules to make a
sure, they didn't dot their I's and cross their T's because they were actually thinking that they were dealing with a bunch of grown-ups that know if you say paper airplane, that they know what that is. But you know, they didn't put the contrarian ignorant factor in there, and that is their fault. They didn't. You know, I gotta give you that. But, you know, hey, the majority of people, you will have to agree, when you say paper airplane contest, they know what they're going to get, right? A bunch of paper airplanes flying to the end of the hallway. And the last thing they think they're going to see is a crumpled ball of paper without the word
that flew further than the rest of the other pieces of paper. Like, at the end of the day, they're all pieces of paper, and his went further than everyone else's.
True.
And Aaron's right again.
Aaron's right a lot. Is it the B-2? Okay, well, hold on.
Yep.
The B-2 bomber looked nothing like the airplanes before it, but it flew and was called an airplane. Definitions change. Oh, damn it, Aaron. I know who you voted for. Scallywag. Oh, damn. All right, I lost another one. Yeah, okay, there you go. Well, they should have.
Oh, I've crept up a little bit. Catching back. You're still 10 ahead of me.
Oh, two more.
Two votes.
Two more votes.
Okay, there's 21 watching. Whoever's got the last vote,
one more vote.
You have to vote for the ball of paper because he won the competition.
You don't. No, do not always vote for the winner. We in America, we know that's not true. Look at who the winners have been. Are you standing behind them? No, you're not. There's my argument.
Have you looked at the state of your country lately?
I know. That's why I'm saying don't vote for the winner. Don't vote just because that stupid ball of paper won the contest. They still went around the rules. They still didn't pay attention to the obvious thing that
they didn't go around it was the rules. It wasn't airplane. In their rules.
It was a paper airplane contest. Nobody should have this. Okay, listen. If I'm having a dog contest on the best breed, right? I don't get to enter a cat, do I, Cypher? Just because it doesn't say in there no
you
cat.
Could enter a wolf.
But
couldn't you? You could enter a wolf, which is technically the same thing, but not a dog.
Oh, Jesus. Semantics are going to be the death of me. Anyway, listen, a paper airplane contest.
You could bring a coyote to the fucking thing and still say, here's my dog.
I'm telling you, you can't enter anything.
A coyote looks more like a cat than a dog does.
It doesn't matter what it looks like as long as it's a dog. But you're not going to enter a cat or a guinea pig or a snake into a dog competition. My point being, you're not supposed to enter a crumpled ball of paper into an airplane contest. It should have been disqualified. But they were all friends. Yes, we still lost the Electoral College, Jen. Yes, we did. Oh, God. One more vote.
The dogs died.
More people are coming in, and so now I need more votes.
23. Yep.
Now I need 3 votes. Come on, people, let's vote. We gotta kill this before we have 6 minutes before the end of the show. We're gonna have to let Cypher leave. We can't keep him here. Like, come on. Okay, Grace says, but the crumpled up paper was made of the exact same material, not the same thing as dog versus cat. Nope, they're both animals. I'm going to fight you on that. They're both mammals too. They got that, and they're warm-blooded, and they breed, and they actually breastfeed their young. There's a lot of things they have in common.
All right, I'm bringing my wombat to the dog show then.
No, you can't. Under your rules, you could, but under actual rules, you couldn't. He used the exact material as the others. Yes, he did.
Does the same shit that a dog does. How does my wombat not count as a dog?
I'm just saying, no. When you don't bring a wombat to a dog show, okay? It's kind of like the same thing. Don't bring a gun to a knife fight. Come on. It's just apples and oranges. They're apples and oranges. A crumpled ball of paper and a paper airplane are 2 separate things. Yes, they have some commonality. They have the paper. They have the fact that they're trying to get into a contest and they're going to fly down the hall. But
Robsky's just said also the F-117A looked like crumpled up paper. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
God, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China? Oh my God. Yeah.
Hang on.
All right,
sec.
we got
I'll get a
21
picture of this
votes,
thing.
and now there's only 20 people here. I can end the poll. Do you agree?
Oh,
There's only
one.
20 people
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
and there's 21 votes. May I end it?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, 57 agree with me, 57%. And thank you. But I got to tell you, that was a tough one, Cypher, because you make a good argument.
It was. Yeah, it was.
And you know what? To be honest, I'm always on the side of the contrarian, especially when they're creative. And that was creative, but they just failed me a little bit by not writing the word plane on that paper. We wouldn't even be discussing it as right or wrong if they did that, because they were qualified for me. They wrote plane, they crumpled it up, they made it fly. Airplane fly. They didn't say it had to have wings. Nobody gets to say what the airplane looks like.
They didn't say that it wasn't against the rules either.
Mm.
See, it's like I said, if you don't write your, and it's like it made me instantly think of that artesian builds guy that changed. He ran a competition where he was giving away a PC to someone, but then the winner, he turned around and said, "Oh no, you can't have it because you don't have enough subs or something like that." He changed the rules on the fly, which you can't do. This was already written down, so it wasn't in the rules. So I think I don't know. He's definitely not the asshole.
I did not know this. Is this true? Mippet, wombats actually shit square and dogs don't?
Yes, they do.
Yeah. And do you realize, Cypher, we had a whole show about like poop?
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me.
We did a whole AITA, and now wombat poop. I don't know. Who would have? And it was like normal. It was like nothing. It's strange. But anyway, I do thank you for being here. I hope everybody had some fun.
This has been fun.
I had some fun. Yeah, let's do it again sometime. You know,
definitely.
They love having you around. So like I hear from people often that they miss our banter and the jokes and stuff from before. So whenever you feel like doing anything, let me know.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Because if we could actually debate a paper airplane contest, I think we could probably talk about most.
See, now
anything.
I'm going to actually hunt this down and find out what the written rules were on this.
Good. Here comes my DM. I know, you know. Okay, send them to me. Those I want to see. And maybe we should have a mini debate about it. Like we bring the we do. We'll have to. That's a good idea. We should think of little things like that. That would be good. We'll find out. But
cool.
I'll bet you it's not in the rules. If I want to, and then I want to know how many times the word airplane is in those words. So like that's what I'm going to be looking for, because airplane comes with a connotation. It comes with a definition. The word airplane, and you can't deny it by crumbling up a piece of paper. Like, you know, knowledge is power, Cypher.
That's right. It is.
You know that we're gonna if everything's cool. Do you have any last words?
No. Thanks for having me. This has been fun. I'd be happy to come and do this again. This is enjoyable.
Okay, great. I'm gonna hold you to that. Don't go running and don't go hiding. I'll find you. I'm gonna hold you to that one because I really had a blast. Like
I'm always lurking around.
Yeah, my cheeks are like red from laughing. It was good. It's definitely good. I hope everybody in the chat had a good time. Thank you all for being here and enjoying it with us, because having you there chatting with us makes it more fun. So I really do appreciate your participation. Sorry, see, I'm like all tongue-tied because I was laughing too hard. But let me do the YouTube things. Don't forget to like, share, comment in the video, okay? And if you know anybody else that might like the ridiculous crap that we do over here and some of the serious stuff too, the conversations that we have, get them over here to look at it and maybe subscribe. And if you know anybody that wants to participate, send them my way. My DMs are open to the people who are real and not ridiculous. Go ahead and message me. I'll get back to you. Socks need not apply. Okay, but everybody else, come on up. Let me know how you like it or not, or whether you want to participate. You know, Nate, I will see you all tomorrow. We will be doing the Operator Starsky stream over on the Shills, where they're going to be doing the Ukraine war update. And I'll be doing that. And then we're probably going to have a What the Fuckery on Saturday night. So we'll see you all then. Maybe some political stuff on Sunday. But on that, I'm going to say goodnight. Thank you, mods. Thank you so much to my guest, Cypher Zero. I wish you well with your video. I'm really looking forward to it. We do have your Twitter and your channel listed below so they can keep track of you when you do finally get that hot video out. In the meantime, be well, and I hope to see you again really soon.
You too.
All right. So on
See
that,
you, chat.
yeah.
Thanks.
See you, everybody.
Bye.
Try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test. Expect nothing less, you check as I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill, no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they see me. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place, I wanna be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds, they can stay soft. You can change lives, you create thoughts, never waste time. You got one shot, you got one life, better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5, no mean boss, just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they see me. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me.